Thorn, hello. Oh, woo, Alpha Riz. Glad it's Riz. But hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good start to your, what's today? It's Thursday, right? Wow, Thursday already. Um, all right. So, hello, JW. Welcome. New nest. Yes, I'm in a new spot here. We're in a large apartment, a larger apartment. Um, but it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. A lot of room for activities. I'm already taking full advantage of that when playing VR. Good morning, JW. Good morning, Thorn. Um, what are we going to be doing today? Today we're going to be packing up the goblins. I could never in this economy. Well, I had to move basically to the middle of nowhere in order to afford this. So it's literally 40 minutes to anything. Um, and we want to make Goblin Gumroad page. How was the moving process? Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy, thankfully. Um, Everything I own, there was stuff already here in this apartment, but everything I own can basically fit in two cars. So I don't. I don't have a lot of stuff, but thankfully was very painless. All right. So we're gonna make a Gumroad page today for our little goblins. Goblin, goblin counter, and let's. Goblin NPCs, avatars, VTubers, DnD, RPG. NPCs is probably a good enough term. Speedrun getting a heart attack, aka smoking 2 packs a day. I would definitely recommend not doing that. I think nicotine patches are preferable. Or just take caffeine supplements if you really want. We only got one set of lungs for now. A fully developed a goblin cast of characters, a I swear to God, my walls smell like fucking smoke. Smokey. I actually had a dog named Smokey. Um, Hello, Bayesian. Welcome. Welcome to you, streaming mate. Avatars ready to bring your goblin encounter. Yeah, I should definitely make VTuber versions of these. That that is that is very smart. VTuber versions. 10 cents. I am also a streamer. That's why I called you streaming mate. Well, nice. I'm probably the first cardiovascular disease speedrunner in history. Go easy on yourself, Thorn. How's streaming going? It is going well. I've been streaming for a few years now. Chilling, relaxing. We're about to hit 1,000 on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers, and I am about to hit 4K on Twitch. I actually have no idea what I'm at on Kick, though. Kick. Oh, I'm logged out. Whoopsies. Channel. I'm at 103 on Kick. Wow. We're moving up in the world. All right. Products there. Let's open up our I should probably make I need to make a new Unity account for this one. VO when? The VTuber thing? Oops, that's not VTuber, that's a this should go here. There we go. The VTuber overlay. Let's go. I have been streaming over 1 year here and I got verified. We can discuss on Discord very well to share you some tips. I appreciate it, but I am doing fine. Products, what is this? PowerShell. Weird. All right, there you go. I appreciate it. I will not be adding you. That just seems like spam. Spam. Look, come on, accept them tips, especially in this economy. Jaka. Now, here. Got like one really long hair here. Oh, wow. It's actually quite long. Feel it. Yeah. Oh. All right. Why did I close that? I needed that. Manage project. So this project's giving me a bunch of errors, which is awesome. Definitely what I want. I believe it was from the gesture manager. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Gesture manager. Try that again. Hello, I am a prince from the internet. I have financial advice. How is everyone? My financial advice is give me all your money. Give me all your money. Gimme, 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 gimme. Millennium Storm, I'm a run a Skibbity Riz NFT website and offer free rizzing services. I riz all the time. I bet you I bet you smell like Riz. That's a good one. I'm saving that one. I'm rizzed up. I'm covered in Riz. Riz, it's like, dude. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, by the way, everyone. Oh, I should make a new Skull ad. Skull stream ad. So where did I put those? The stream has the slideshow. These slideshows here. I want to make an animated slideshow. What are the dimensions here? 1218 by 256. What an odd number. Yay. Okay, so gesture manager just seems broken at this point. Like it just actually to make sure I don't include it anymore. All right, VR chat should be in here. Yes, it is. Good. Now we can bring in Gobble-Lobblins. Gobble-Lobble-Lobblins. Bring in the goblins. Bring in the goblins. So this afternoon, for anyone that's interested, we're going to all be getting into Resonite and making a castle. So if you'd like to get prepped for that, that'll be in like maybe 4 or 5 hours or so. But just a heads up that we'll be doing a building session, collaborative building session today. So that's why the stream's titled the way it is. Just a heads up, because I'd love to get a bunch of people in and making a place. Yawn? How dare you? It will be very late for you. So hello, Jack the Fox Otter. Welcome. Hello, hello. Hey, when was that? We will be doing it in about 4 hours. 4 hours from now. So 4 or 5 hours. Because I'm gonna do some other stuff this morning, and then this afternoon, my afternoon, we'll be getting into it. And also, loved your creation on the MMC challenge. Jack the Fox Otter made a very cool farm, like a farming game, so you could like water plants and stuff. Super cool stuff. I won't be rizzed up. Try to make something to add. Otherwise, I'll at least hop by. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jack Fox Otter. That looked super nice. It did. Looks very good. It really did. All right, should be around in 4 to 5 hours. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, definitely. I know that the timing, for some people, it gets difficult. So hopefully you're not up too late. What are we doing hunting? I also didn't make Cloudscape Harvest alone. We were a big team. Gotcha. I just remember, I think you were the one in the video, though, if I remember correctly. Should get the newer version of Boy. Do I not have my template folder? Okay, let's extract that from my other Unity project. I was in a couple of videos by now. Gotcha. Okay. Heck yeah. Moving up in the world. Moving way, way up. It's cool to see a lot of big game projects happening on in Resonite. Gives me a good, makes me excited for the future of Resonite. I was just looking at VR Chat's roadmap, and just some of the things that aren't on that roadmap, some of the things that are towards the end of that roadmap. It just made me realize, I'm like, okay, VR Chat's basically built themselves into a corner in terms of what's possible and what you would want to be possible in VR. And I was like comparing that to, oh, okay, well, I think looking at the Resonite like creator, all the creative stuff that's happening there, it's just like, it's amazing how many people are making things for VR chat that they're basically making it like it's a hack. Like it's not like nothing in VR chat intends for them to build this way. They just do it. Saw that as well. I'm curious how they'll implement world persistence. Well, when they say world persistence, they don't even mean it in a way like Resonite is. Like objects are persistent. They just mean that every time you load in, it's going to load up some floats and ints and stuff from before your session before. But there's never going to be anything like you breaking down the walls, or it'll never reflect any of your past actions in a major way at least. Um, just like comparing the foundation that VR chat and Resonate is built on, it's like they're I don't think they're going to be really struggle adding features in a year in VR chat, I think. Um, anyway, that's just my hot take for the day. Avatars, items, and props ready to bring your goblin counter to life. Well, you could probably use that to make some sort of prefab building system world as well. The work will be almost entirely on the world creator, is my guess. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Whatever team they have together, and then they have to work through Unity. I feel almost like I'm cheating working in Resonite. Ready to be used with Unity, Unity 3D, Unreal Engine, Godot, etc. Making some promotional stuff for my products. How do I get out of this? I'm expecting a couple of years there'll be at least a couple of VR chat world creators that just build their stuff in Resonite and then export it for VR chat. That would be super interesting. I could see that happening. Because they're both Unity under the hood. That would be like the biggest snap. Blender and Substance files included. Well, ish, Resonite isn't not very Unity anymore, and they plan to completely rip it out. Oh, that's super good to hear, actually. I love hearing that. But Unity will probably be a supported export target eventually. Well, I guess I am having. I'm kind of curious what to envision there at all. Like, would that mean that you could export Resonite experiences into other platforms as well, like Unity and Unreal? Or that seems very. I'm intrigued by that. We're gonna have a few tiers on this one. We can already export Resonite object to 3D model format. Very good to know. I'm assuming eventually when the exporter gets improved, you'll be able to export more complex scenes to Unity /Unreal /Video. Okay, so just work like a standard exporter, like a FBX exporter or USD or something. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Not necessarily that they're building directly for Unity, but that you could take stuff from Resonite and bring it out. Gotcha. Similar to make your assets in Blender and export them to Unity. Super cool. That is super, super cool. I mean, if you can export stuff already, then man, I really should be doing all of my gray boxing in Resonite if I can export them. Yeah, there's no reason not to start everything in Resonite then. Because I could go, okay, let's plan out this world. In the future, we'll export themselves to other platforms. In the future, there'll be a real-time exporting into another engine. But Resonite, Unity, or RE, but Unity and Resonite, currently it's kind of funny. Unity's handling rendering inputs, and I think stream audio implementation. Everything else is handled by Fruix engine. Okay, that's actually a pretty minimal amount. Nitra, hello, welcome. I think eventually Resonite experiences will be able to be packaged as standalone apps you can distribute on Steam, etc., possibly make money from. I did see their there's like that medical branch version. I don't know much about it, but it was cool to see people can fork Resonite into their own applications. Like that's just super cool. Here's an avatar I made, by the way, everyone. I made this guy recently for a client. Shout out Zoom. Just finished this guy 2 weeks ago. He's got little sparkles and stuff, and his eyes look really good. And we're gonna get our template right here. Can I export just the template? Better be able to. Okay, good. 24 resources. So networking, game logic, hierarchy changes, custom code, UI system settings, cloud integration, etc. doesn't even touch Unity. Okay, well that's super good to hear because I was like wondering like how far can you expand these systems before you just break Unity? I'd be super interested in using it for custom applications too. I just saw Code Miko. If you're all familiar with Code Miko, that Kickstarter just went live. And it's very cool stuff. They're using Unreal Engine to make like a VR social platform. And it's interesting because I'm like, if they had just used Resonite, they would already have everything you need. Fruix engine is basically telling Unity, hey, this object exists at this coordinates, uses this mesh materials, render it, kind of like a zombie mushroom puppeteering it. Disturbing analogy. The cordyceps of Unity. Funny. And we'll call this better Abby template. But I mean that gives me such warm and fuzzy feelings inside because it's like the ability to if just the direction Resonite's going right now just tickles me so much because it's like eventually I will just be able to do whatever I want. That's such a cool concept. Okay, so we have what we need from this project. Now I need to go back to the other project and import it. This is also one of the reasons among many why Resonite's performance isn't great so far. All the overhead of Unity is still there, and none of that is even necessary. It's basically running two game engines at the same time. Well, seeing how they have Fruix just just integrated a lot of the settings into it, I sounds to me like they're not terribly far away from just stripping out Unity entirely. Like, like what said rendering, Steam audio, and that's it. Those are the only two things. Like that's pretty minimal in my eyes. But I'm obviously not a very experienced say goblin encounter or goblin camp. Say goblin camp, and we'll have one folder for goblin. No, luckily the engine has for years now moved in a direction where Unity can be relatively painlessly replaced. So that's super cool. That's super cool. Huh. Okay, so that's really enticing because it's like I wonder if I could plug things into other render engines at this point. Like, how hard would it be to? I mean, I'm sure this would be super hard, and I'm certainly not don't know enough. But like, if I could render things in Blender or take like a scene in Resonite and just immediately render that in Blender or Octane or something, some other engine of some sort, that would be super compelling. And it sounds like it's doable. I just need to learn more. I just need to know things better. Need to know better things in my brain. Um, no, wrong year. Show me the wizard. Show me the wizard. There he is. And then actually put it here. Excuse me. Big thing missing right now is a different renderer. Jeans is working on Sauce, which will be the new render engine for Resonite sometime in the future, based on Bevy's renderer. Hard, do you need to build an entire engine wrapper? Like, very hard. No, it can't be that bad. Easy. If I can think of it, that means it's easy to do. Black Star X. Black Star X. What is that? That's in my wizards folder. Animation state creator wizard. I'm just going to get rid of it. Clear that. All right. And that gives me my path here in order to use my rename wizard. Rename target string template and replace with goblin. Goblin these nuts. It would probably be a lot easier, even though still difficult, to build a plugin that synchronizes a mesh to Blender. That would be probably also be a lot more robust and would not require massive maintenance. Yeah, just like this is a position, this is a mesh, stuff like that. Again, easy for me to say, but I'm assuming that would be very difficult. And we're missing some folders because it doesn't export empty folders. And there should also be a textures folder in here. There we go. Perfect. Close the template. Open up my Gabo. My Gabo. Oh my glorb. Goblin. Gabo. Here's a goblin I made. Very pleased with my goblin quality. We just finished the armor yesterday, which came out super well. He looks very crunchy. And we also gave him fingernails. Gross yellowish fingernails, or sickly. Chomp on them. Burgers. Thing is, I don't really see the benefit of doing that live. Wouldn't it also be okay to just click a button to export the scene to a blend file? Absolutely, absolutely. It just excites me at the possibility of taking stuff from Resonate and being able to very quickly put in another engine, because that, of course, is 90% of my day. That workflow will probably be at some point be officially supported. Like, it's already possible to some degree. I'm definitely going to try exporting the gray box that we make in Unity today. I'm very interested to see what I can do with that. All right, I think everything's rigged up. Except a little over here, a bag. Let's add one constraint for that. And we'll get this folder. Auto rig pro. Boom, boom, boom. And let's just actually give him a normal name. Goblin. Everything should be good to go. Ooh. Yeah, that's a workflow I do as well. Making a block on a Resonate is much easier than doing it in Blender, since you get a better idea of scale in VR and can collaborate with others and export to Blender and build a proper mesh around it. I mean, that's pretty mind-blowing to me that's just easy to do, because I think the most understated thing about VR Resonate is that you can get a bunch of people to work on the same thing at once. Like I think it's pretty feasible to imagine a workflow where you all come together for an hour, you have a full environment, or at least a gray box environment done after that, and then you can each take your individual pieces and go and refine them. Like, that's just such an exciting idea. I want to do D&D in that. I think that's Resonate's biggest selling point. I wouldn't necessarily call it understated. I think that coming from VR chat, that ability to do those things people just don't know about it. For me, it was really mind blowing to fully realize that. But I don't think in the general community people actually understand how big of a deal that is. Like it's just like, oh, you can do things in real time. Oh, okay. But it's like I don't think VR chat creators realize just how many possibilities that opens up. Because I definitely did not. In general, people just look at the Steam numbers, go, no people, blah, blah, without looking at what the game offers. 100%. Yeah, it's something you kind of need to experience yourself. Yeah, because there is nothing else like that. There's the, and once I experienced it and got it, I was like, oh, well, all the other platforms are going to, if they don't embrace this eventually, then they lose. Like this is what working in a digital medium should feel like. Like it should feel like this. Anyway, I know I'm preaching to the choir a little bit there, but it genuinely is super exciting. Save. All right, and then we've got our textures in here. And I should probably get the latest Poyomi materials. Let me go here. Poi. Where is Poi? Poi. The most interesting, unique part about Resonite's architecture is pretty much completely abstracting away netcode, which traditionally is a pretty hard thing to get right. And in Resonite, you don't have to think about it unless you want to optimize it. I think any game engine that isn't looking at making multiplayer as seamless as that is doing the wrong thing. Unreal Engine and Unity should 100% pivot to a Resonite like system, because that is it's how things should work. I want it free, but fuck them, we'll do our own thing. Okay, going to here. I downloaded the thing, Unity resources, or 2024 resources, VR chat, and we'll bring in the new Poi. It's easy to say. The issue is that there is a reason this isn't usually how it's done. It's pretty tricky and comes with a lot of complications. But it is how things, I think, like, what's nice is Resonite is trying to set, it feels to me like Resonite's setting a standard, setting a requires a maximum amount of engineering effort that the end user likely won't ever notice, but it enables a whole new way of working. It just, what it brings out in what you can do is just can't be understated. It is the coolest. It is the coolest. We're waiting on Resonite to load, or sorry, Resonite Unity. I wonder, is anyone interested in, I would be happy to start splitting revenue with people who want to help with converting things, like taking a VR chat avatar, making it a VTuber. It takes a long time. I'd be very happy to work with people on speeding that up. Off to work, but I'll catch stream too. Sounds good. Oh, sorry. Be quiet, John Cena. Sorry, loading a meme at the same time. Off to work, I'll catch stream too. Sounds good, JW. Enjoy your day at work. Hopefully, we'll catch you later. Looking forward to it. Thank you for hanging out. I mean, if you can easily export stuff to other engines eventually, you can easily make it part of your workflow regardless what engine you use, and the engine can then focus on what they do best. 100%. Yeah, Resonite being that common ground. Super good. Hey, Arctic. Hello. Welcome. By the way, I think you sold me on this more than anyone else over VR chat. Huh? Well, good. To be fair, VR chat is great, and it does have a very large community right now. I just think that, like, looking 5 years down the line, VR chat's going to have a lot more issues. It's not going to be pushing the frontier of VR as far as Resonite can. That VR frontier manifest destiny, but for VR. Yeah, I mean, I always go to, like, thinking about, like, how did I make weapons for VR chat? Like, if I wanted a sword to hold, it's just this awful, awful process to get working in VR chat. And then in Resonite, it's like, oh yeah, that's just like a default component. And you can use items like items. It's a bit like Blender. You could say because Blender is a tool, every engine should look into implementing the same level of mesh, but it makes more sense to use it as a tool, a powerful tool. 100%. Specialization is a good thing for a lot of tools. But I think Resonite's in a place where people can adapt it to many different things. I don't think that's when I was saying that earlier, like, you could integrate Blender and Resonite. It's not necessarily that Resonite should do that. It's cool to imagine that people could, like, the community, if they really wanted to make that happen, probably could do it in a way that isn't just a hack, like VR chat or some, like, they have the tools to actually facilitate these workflows. That's super exciting. um, Not just super exciting, fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. That's just real cool. Right, making the Gabo texture here. Model, legacy blend shapes, read write, rig, humanoid, animation none, and materials goblin. Goblin body. I'm actually going to duplicate it now so I can make the other textures. Eyes and armor, but no, I'm going to delete the armor because I do want that to be its own folder. Weapons. By the way, if you need help porting some specific avatar features to Resonate, I could probably help. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, actually, while I have it here, I would love to know if there's any sort of simple IK system that I could set up. So, for example, not an avatar specifically, like if there was a horse, say a horse, and I was in D&D and I wanted to pose the horse, like move the limbs and stuff around so I could create like a little pose. Do you know if there's any IK systems that I could use in Worlds? If we embrace certain formats and standards better and not make everything about licenses, looking at you, Adobe and company, we can freely use our creations and exchange them between applications. Oh yeah, I'm 100% behind that. Give me better standards. Give them to me. Goblin weapons, and then this will be the goblin weapons material. Goblin. Goblin. So not simple currently. No, gotcha. I know that the IK system's on the roadmap. So yeah, I was just very curious about that because that is a very exciting option. I think in the meantime, I could probably just do some capsule colliders and a joint rotation system. Currently, Resonite is using VRIK, or in grabbable. Yeah, make them grabbable and just do simple rotations. That would be enough. Currently, Resonite is using VRIK, which can only support humanoid rigs. Fruits plans to create a custom IK framework to be more general, performant, and help with stuff like multiple limbs. Nice. Nice. I want that. I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want it. Get that normal map in there. I feel like computer mice you cannot take apart to clean should be illegal. I have a razor and the scroll wheel is disabled by cat hair. I cannot get out. Want to scroll too bad? Have fun with your web pages wiggling instead. You just gotta get the screws out, pull that whole thing apart. People have implemented custom IK stuff in the past, but I would suggest waiting for the official one to be reworked. That will likely make your life a lot easier. I don't disagree, yeah. Yeah, IK systems are tricky. I remember thinking to myself, oh, I can make one. No, I don't even have basic coding skills. And I was crying. Sobbing, crying, shitting, farting. $75, I guess a little bit darker. 50. Yeah. And then I think it's just the ambient occlusion's a little too dark. I don't even have ambient occlusion yet. Oh. 6. And we'll set this to half strength. So it doesn't make full dark shadows. Man, he looks good. Very crunchy. Very crunchy. The tattoo is like a little shiny. All right, enough of that. And then the eyes do have that avatars, bases, or eyes, textures, goblin. I guess I could make a whole folder for eyeballs. That actually does seem worth it. Because eyes are used in everything. So make a folder for eyes. Materials. Or actually, I have the goblin eye. We'll move it here. Go. That way. Shading, skin. Tint should be 50. And then we want to make them glossy. Awesome. I keep seeing people post about VR chat meetups, but they're all stinky Americans, so they're starting at like 2 a.m. my time. Ree! The trick is to just give up on having a sleep schedule. Obviously. Obviously, that's the only way. Woo! Excuse me. I might have shadow banned myself from stream chat. Nice. I see that message, so hopefully not too shadow. Give up on sleep, give up on job, live in VR forever. Just make VR your job. Easy. Easy to say. Make your own food in Blender. I wonder how far away we are from virtual taste. But my puppos and kitties, I can't give up my job, then I have to talk to people instead. Load in, there we go. All right. And go. Now I've got our textures here. Those are the weapons. We still need the armor to also be exported. And we'll create a folder for shared, or no, just goblin armor. Goblin up this armor. I will make that joke every time. Hold me to that. Goblin rough leather armor. Don't need animators or animations for these yet, or blend trees. Just need the materials. Goblin rough armor. And then back to painter. Bum 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 bum. Rough leather armor. Actually, I'll just change this to just armor, because we have multiple sets. Yeah. We'll need an ogre folder eventually. Ogre. Ogre. All right. And Goblin FBX. He gets the armor. Now he get the texture. And see. And it does look a little dark. Boop. 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 Got that metallic. Now we get a nice sheen to them. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then for both the goblin body, armor, and the eye, we want to enable these options. Rim lighting for both of them. For the second rim lighting, I'm just going to turn it off completely. Then the first one, we'll switch to multiply. Move this down. Adjust our rim power. Turn down the sharpness. Right about there. And I'd rather have mix base color. Out there. Okay, that just gives us a little bit more form to character. All right. And then for the other one, we'll turn it on again, invert it, turn on the mix, adjust the power, turn off the sharpness, maybe a little sharp. Bright in the sun. Let's turn on shrink and shadow. It's not showing up on shadow. I do want the other one to show up, though. There we go. Good stuff. Maybe still a little too shiny. I am going to mask it with, or on the body. I will use my ambient occlusion to mask it, so it's not showing up in the ears or weird crevices. We'll do the same with the armor. Eyeball doesn't make any sense, so we'll leave it there. All right. Good stuff. All right, little Gabo. All right. Now that we've done that, we can start adding the avatar descriptor. Which he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Stick it right there. Shaded. Tempted to switch up the lighting, but I think this is what we want. It's really good, honestly. Honestly. Then we can hit him with the Viseams, auto detect. Eye look. Right. Number one biggest issue with freaking Unity. You can't get the eyes to. Okay, I know what's going on there. All right. A little bit more to do than I initially anticipated, but that's okay. We're learning. We're learning the pipeline. I want to make this character available everywhere, and that is a decent amount of work. All right. So for all of these, I would want to combine them with the body. Which I believe is this armature link here. All right, maybe not. This feature will attach a prop with or without an object to the avatar. Is there no merge component? Hello, Immortal Wombat. Welcome. Hello. Making some fresh monster assets. Good morning, Skyfire. Hello, welcome. Yes, so we finished this goblin recently, and we're now integrating him into VR chat. We also have an ogre character, which I guess I'll bring in right now. Ogre. Which need to export him. Mike seems muted. I shouldn't be muted. I'm not muted. It's working. But let me show you that augury. Sorry, my bad. No, you're fine. Loading, loading, loading. Notice that stream is muted. Gotcha. Yeah, here's the ogre guy too. So and they're all fully rigged, which is awesome. Beefcake. Oh, let me grab the middle one too. Move his ear and stuff. Anyway, a lot of fun little features there, but we're just exploring new workflows, trying to get things working quickly. When I actually sat down to make those characters, they really took like less than a day. So I'm slowly speeding up my process here. These are fully VR avatars you were talking about? Yes, yes. So these will be available for VR chat. They'll be available as VTubers. Basically, my goal is to make them as widely accessible as possible. Well, we've got them in. Need to adjust my lighting here. And ogre body. But on the FBX, we want read write. Legacy blend shapes. Rig is humanoid. Animations none. And materials. Get that armor. That's the template. We'll do the eyes. Body. Armor. Armor. Yeah, that's awesome. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to learn how to make a donut in Blender. Well, I'm happy to help if you have any questions. Donuts are worth making, worth saving. Wizards. Wizards. Oops. But yeah, want to make some D&D experience in VR. That's the goal. That is the goal. I have so many of these little windows open. Got a painter. Augury. Do you have a platform you prefer for the D&D map? Would you go full immersion or tabletop simulation? I'm 100% in the route of full immersion, and I am actively, in fact, this afternoon, we're actively trying to make worlds in Resonite. If you're familiar with Resonite, it's similar to VR chat, but you can do things in real time. So you can make the worlds. We could all join a world and make that world at the same time, which is super cool. Meanwhile, I'm watching your stream. I've been thinking about adding more German Shepherd elements to my persona, like getting trained at being German Shepherd and so on. It's my persona in its role of it. I like that hard RP. Hard RP. Not the right phrase for it, but getting that Sona built. There's a lot of fun features you can add to your avatar. If you're looking to... I'm going to delete this one. We're going to goblin body. Duplicate that, and then we'll swap this down here into materials. And we'll call this ogre body. Yeah, definitely stick around for that Immortal, or check out the stream afterwards, because it's the future. It is the future for sure. Well, that's cool. Look at that. The goblin and the ogre can share some maps, some textures. That's the benefit of using shared assets. Look at that. The face is way off, but everything else is pretty good for the most part. Huh, that's good to know. Basically just drag and droppable. Wow. Powerful. I wonder if I get the ogre body. Oh, well, I have to swap out the textures. That would help. Let me go back to ogre really quick. And finish building out his textures stuff. And then metallic, smoothness, and then AO. AO. Merge. All right, pretty cool. Now we got the full ogre in there. Need to get his hair texture working. Other than that, awesome. But I do want to go back to the goblin and try putting on the ogre material on him. I don't think the ears are going to work, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. All the fingers line up. Toes do not. The face definitely is a little off. But he's got all this stuff on the back. Pretty cool. That's a good sign that I can just drag and drop a lot of this stuff. Important to build standards. Important stuff. Let me bring back his normal goblin self. Okay, and let's start throwing an avatar descriptor on this guy. Auto detect, view, edit. $2,538 hours. Let's go. That's right. Entering godly levels of streaming. Good morning, Mr. Darter. Good morning to you, Webster. Hello, hello. We're working on our ogre right now. Getting him all set up. Bam. And ready for sale. That's the plan right now. What's his name? Mr. Ogre. Pendulette. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. And send this to Poyomi again soon. And then the textures folder, we're going to take, where is my hair texture? Where does this texture exist? Show it to me. Show it to me. Unpack. Unpack this file to an external file. Yes. Show it to me. Perfect. Copy this. Bam. Any one of these. Boom. All right. And then we can just take this one, set it to cutout, take the texture. Boom. And then we'll go to Ogre. Here. All right, not super great, but a good start. Now we can go to textures. We can actually just adjust the color. Hit it with that rim lighting and an anisotropic. Anisotropic. Rim lighting first. Let's actually turn off the anisotropic as well. And then turn down the alpha, mix the color. Up there. Now I just give a little bit of smoothness. Looks much better. Then for the highlight, turn this back on. Invert it. Make it small, make it not sharp. Turn up mix base color. Make this warmer too. That. And just turn down the blend a little so it's a little more subtle. It's like a weird monk or friar. And then we'll also hit it with the masking so it only shows up in the light. Good. And then we'll turn on the anisotropic. Interesting. Top layer, bottom layer. Let's turn this bottom one off so we can focus on our top layer. Turn up the power. Do a bit of offset. Doesn't do anything. Oh, that's the bottom layer. I want to do this one, please. Shiny hair. About there. Level and boss. Level end boss. Yes, indeed. He ended Sky a while back. Sky and Electro. We had him kill them. Sounds really morbid. But we did a little test in VR, which was super fun. And can I just add this in here? Oh, yes. Yes. It's a little strong, though. All right, but now we've got a nice sheen to the hair. Not the best looking hair, but hair in video games is so hard. It sucks. Definitely need some finer sampling because the hair strands themselves are so small. It'd be better to have like some additional chunks inside. But again, I think this is just going to work for what we want right now. I think the like thin hair kind of helps his look at the moment. All right. And then what's nice is we can just change the color however we'd like. I think we need something to close this part up too. All right. I-L-I-R. And the blinks should work on this one. Nope, still busted. Okay. We gotta redo those ones. Gotta fix the blend shapes first. So we go here, go back to face rigging, we click the body. We should have this eye selection group, which we do not. So I want the eyeball, eyeballs. Then we'll take this here, rename it, and assign them. Oh no, we do have a group. Okay, selecting. And I do have remove shape and selection reset shape keys. So oh, interesting. They're not moving. All right. So what is breaking then? These work fine. So it's something with my export settings, or? Yeah, this is working fine. V2, oh, VTube lookup. This is also working fine. Maybe it's this. Blend shape weight range is clamped. Maps in VR. How? Hello, Pixie. Welcome. Resonite is the name of the game. So we're going to be doing that this afternoon. We're going to be, after lunch, I'm going to come back and we're going to, me and whoever else would like to join me, that could be anyone, we'll hop into Resonite and we're going to make a map. Something with the eyes. The eyes are broken somehow. Let's separate the eyeballs. Go to vertex groups. Lock these two. Delete all other groups. Take that back. Delete all unlocked groups. Turn it back on. Recombine them. Try that again. Restream casually advertising itself. Fun. Damn, I have work. Well, definitely check the VOD, and I'm going to be trying to do more and more of these types of sessions. It's a lot of work to get to them, but I think once we're in the rhythm of it, it'll go faster. They're still breaking. So that means it's not either of these. It is the rotation of the bone itself. Which means we have to do the eye fix. Okay. Let's go in here. Take the eyeball. Cursor to selected. And then in this mode, we'll go to a new layer. Make eye bone. Symmetrize it. Attach it to our main head. Keep offset. And then in our selection here. We can separate these. F allergy. Boom. Boom. Then the groups. I want this one and these two. Delete all unlocked groups. I feel like I have a ball in my face. Hopefully that clears up. Allergies are no joke. They can be awful. Then we'll say locked track to rig phone target I target L, and I believe it's like this, Y, Z. Perfect. And then here we duplicate this and set it to X, not X, Z, X, like this. Yeah. All right. Then we do the same. We select this, copy to selected, copy to selected, turn to this one, give it the other I target, R, and I'll have to do this for the goblin too. Not only do I have to do it to the goblin, but I do need to update my base template. Yeah. But now, it should work. All right. All right, and we can swap out which eyes we're targeting. We want new eye bones instead. Good, and now they don't break. Oh, shit. Thanks for the balloons. Scared me. It scared me. Who was that? Evil, powerful pixie. Oh, it doesn't show my... Restream doesn't show it. Whatever. Oh. I can stream to TikTok through Streamlabs? Good to know. All right. So base template with eyes. Need to update those eyes. And then we should have him looking pretty good now. We got the eyes set up. We got the eye states. I don't need playable layers or anything on him right now. Only thing I really need to do is take our pouch. Doesn't have a pouch. Doesn't have a pouch because this is not rigged to anything, so it's not going to export with it. Unless I make sure it's selected. No, it's not going to export with him. I guess that's okay. All right. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. VR chat selected with mods and tangents. I don't need the tangents. I will take that. Drop these here. The FBX should be, I don't need legacy, but I do need read write. There's no rig, there's no animations. The material weapons should be weapons. You see my Discord text? See. Oh yeah. All right, responded to that message there. And then drop these textures in again. Should really make a template or something. So I'm doing this so often. Need some way to speed this up. Heck yeah. I would love to look forward to that. I think that'd be super fun. Super, super fun. Actually, let me just copy the rim lighting from armor. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Awesome. That looks dope. Very dope. But the ones for your D&D will need to be in style the ones you already made, right? There's probably going to be a mismatch of style no matter what direction we go. I'm not too worried about it being a little off, um, at least to start with. It's really only going to be over time that kind of things come together into one cohesive look. Um, that'll just take practice. Do I include it? Let's just do its own thing for now. Bam, bam. All right. So now we've got goblin made armor, weapons, all of that's in here. Um, I guess I should include the club. See, I need a very simple weapon system to add. Or like melee. Ugh, making stuff for VR chat so goofy. All right. Good stuff. Should be good. Let's take the textures for all of them and just make sure that they're compressed at high quality. And we should also lock in our shaders. Loading, loading. quality again. High quality compression is so worthwhile. It really should be default. Probably can change that too. That makes such a huge difference. Hard to show off after I didn't do like a before and after comparison, but trust me, makes a big difference. Big old diffy. Then for the hair, quality. And for the eye, quality compression. The eyes can probably be only 1024 though. Let's see. I don't even notice a difference there. Alrighty. Lock it in. Lock it in. Locked, locked. The body is not locked. Nice. All right. So we made the VR chat versions. No, we really haven't finished them at all. Need some fizz bones. Cloth front. Cloth back. No, I like to put BB space. And then hair. All right. Add fizz bones to all of those. Ponytail. Looks good. All right, one at a time. Let's adjust. All right. And we'll throw in a little bit of gravity too. Maybe not. Good enough. Good day, Mr. Dutter. Hello, Zoom. Welcome. Good day to you too, Mr. Zoom. We're working on getting our little gobbo working properly. It's got a little bit of physics now. How's your day going? How's your Thursday going? We're going to be getting into Resonite this afternoon and building a little world. So that's something you're up for. He looks like he would be fun to hit with a hammer. So you're doing well. Yes, yes, I am. I'm doing quite well. A little tired, but that's okay. Just how it goes. I think that for these two. This other way. That. Just moving a little bit more than you'd expect. At the base, especially. Okay, it's because this one's influencing too far. All right, that's an easy fix. Copy component. Paste component values. Switch this to ear R. Bam. Save. Go ahead and apply this to our prefab. Then we'll go back to Blender. Open up our gobbo. Go to the ears. Yeah. It should be like this, basically. Why isn't this mirroring? All right, good enough. And then export. All right. So now his ears should work properly. Much better. Much better. Easy. Not that easy. Not that easy, but fun. That's for sure. So in our Gumroad page, I think what we'll do is we're going to create a few variations. So we'll have the full encounter, full all item. All assets. Additional amount. Don't really want it to be an additional amount. I just want add zeros to the front. So if they're just buying the one goblin, no refunds. Since this is a digital product, I cannot allow any refunds. Save, continue, perfect. And so all assets. I'm hoping to have, you could buy all of them or just the ogre or just the other guy. So if I add a version here, can I add a negative amount? Negative $10? Okay, so yeah, can't do that. A fully rigged 3D character and ready for your projects. And then this would be the ogre. Goblin less ogre. You can sell different versions of a product on Gumroad. For example, blah, blah, blah. Your base product price is $0. Adding a paid version won't automatically create a free version. Sell both a free and paid version product. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I just have to go here and delete everything out of this. And then I can make separate versions. So Goblin. Perfect. Goblin and Ogre. Be 15. Ogre will be 15 by himself. And then Goblin plus Ogre. Full version. All assets. And this one will be 30. All right. The Goblin avatar by himself. By itself. Really liked how the ogre turned out. He looks wicked. Good, good. I'm hoping to make some variations on them eventually. Give them like tusks and stuff. Them old Tuscaroonies. Will include the ogre avatar by itself. This includes his armor and his club weapon. This includes his armor and 3 weapons. The bow, arrow, dagger, and sword. This includes all items, both the goblin and ogre avatars, all their weapons, and creator files. The creator files are the Blender file. What else is on your to-do now? Anything in particular? I want to get into Resonite this afternoon and block out like a level. Gonna get back into creating a little world, experimenting with that. Yeah, that's kind of my main plan at the moment. I have some commissions that I'll be starting soon. Kind of in a lurch between those at the moment. um, I just kind of delayed on getting commissions, but other than that, making these avatars, getting them uploaded, getting them ready to go. So a lot of promotional material stuff for this morning. This morning. Oh, there is a cover image. Okay. So I'm missing that from my. I guess not. Just goes to. I don't need a cover image. It just defaults to the standard images. All right. But here you have some commissions lined up. I guess these abbeys are more of an investment for the future. Yes. Yes, definitely. Most defo. Okay. I need these three. Will be Goblin. Oh, one first upload. Ah, I think I sent too much. I have to double check. It was without the ogre. I have to make sure the ogre was not included. And I'm also going to rename this to upload. That's fine. That's fine. Yes. Okay, that was perfect. Then these ones be the ogre, augury, ogre, so we should be missing. Yeah, just go straight to goblin armor. Perfect. Ogre. And lastly, the whole enchilada. goblin, and ogre. Then if we go to the blend files, we should probably pack all the files, all the images into each Blender file. We go here, file, external data, pack resources. Okay. And then we'll do the same with our ogre. There we go. All right. Now we can go back to our file, the Blender. Bam. Gabo 01. Be Goblin Blender. Oh, send to compressed. Should be renamed to just weapons. Actually, just weapons aren't here. Goblin weapons. Blender. Cool. Okay. So cut that here. Back to Blender, extract our zip files we just made. Drop them here. Okay, and then we need to go Substance Painter. And these ones are going to be interesting. Let me rename this one to exports. Drop it right here. Rename this one to Goblin Body. Okay. Weapons. Body. So each of these needs to be zipped up separately. It's going to take a while. Well, that's not that bad. Good. Maybe. goblin underscore armor underscore substance painter. Oh, loading, 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 loading. All right, we're just chilling for a second. Goblin body should just be goblin underscore substance painter. Oh, and the weapons. Come on, come on. Goblin weapons substance painter. Oh. And the final one, ogre body. The ogre body. I need some more coffee. I'll be right back. All right. I think we have everything we need to upload now. So the goblin one, obviously, is going to get our Unity package. Man, look at all that data. This one's a gig, almost 2 gigs. Maybe I include the. Maybe I include them in there. Do I include the Blender and Substance file in this? Yeah, I think so. Weapons, armor, and the Substance Painter. And the Weapons Substance Painter. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of uploading. Yeah. Is it uploading them? Oh, there we go. I was like, nothing's happening. And nothing was happening. What? Okay, good. A page. All right, one more time, I guess. Just make sure to save, then upload, then save, then upload. Save. Then hey, Vechia, Rosia, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing some tedious uploading right now, but thank you for joining and welcome. Also eating almonds. I have a big old bag of almonds that I'm eating. Big old bag of almonds. Man, I do have fast internet. This is so much faster. I can stream and upload things at the same time. What concept? This motherfucking fixed. Hey, Golden. Hello. Your soft ban, your shadow ban. All right, that should be everything for these. This is the Unity package for the Goblin. It contains a VR chat upload scene that you can find in the screenshot below. Can I make that smaller? Why is this? Why is it so big? You know, that's too much. That you can find in assets slash and better slash goblin camp slash dot C. This the Blender file contains a fully rigged. Save right now. Fully rigged goblin with setup using auto rig row. It also contains my script for baking shape keys. And the animations used to create the face. That's right. I do need to add face tracking. Face tracking, because that's a big feature. The substance painter file used to create the rough leather armor textures. Substance file used to create the goblin's body textures. This file used to create the weapon. Save. All right, so goblin done. Now we can go to ogre and we can add it's not a page, it's a file. Where is it again? Upload existing product. Goblin weapons, goblin armor. Yep. Okay. Bam, up, enter. Should be one more file. The weapon blend file. I don't have the weapon blend file. They didn't add it, so we'll add that now. Save the changes. Uploads. Weapons blender. Save. Next, you need to go add that to the goblin. And we haven't uploaded the ogre yet. So I'll do that right now. That is spam. Save. The blender file used to create the ogre meshes. Save. Ooh, there's a lot of files. I should double check. Should have double checked the humanoid rigs for both of these before doing anything, before I uploaded them. No, got the right one. Nice. But I should have removed the jaw. Export that. Loading. All right, now we can actually upload the correct files. Ogre01. This is the Unity package containing the upload ready VR chat avatar. Navigate to I use this whole thing. Oh, perfect. Hello, Sky. Welcome. How is your day going? Missing the ogre file here. Oh, great. I have to stop going to sleep so late. Not relatable. And we're missing the goblin itself. Yeah. Say, Sleepy Sky, it's noon. Oh, so you're on the East Coast then. If I did that, my boss would be very confused. Okay, there we go. So we have all of the files uploaded for our characters. Zoom, 6 a.m. to noon is not too bad. Jeez. I work better in darkness. All right, now we got to create a bunch of images and stuff. I know I'm doomed. That's not going to bed late. That's going to bed so late you've caused an int overflow into going to bed early. Set of avatars, items, and props ready to bring your into Goblin encounter to life. Ready to be used with VR chat, Resonate, Chill Out VR, Unity 3D, Unreal Engine, Godot, etc. Blender and Substance files included in full version. Performance and stats. I think they're both 97,000. They're actually probably almost exactly the same vertex count now that I think about it. $98,000. Ogre. Goblin. Ogre. Weapons. Total of 4 materials. Actually, 5 materials. Goblin, ogre, eyes, hair, weapons, armor. Total of 6 materials between all items, from all items. Total of 6 materials and all items, all assets. Can I indent? How do I indent? Yeah, there we go. Goblin. The goblin is 94,022. Triangles with armor. $98,576. Triangles with armor. Okay. And then full biseams and gesture expressions. I haven't added actually. Bizbones. I should organize this a little differently. Full Visums and gesture expressions. Unified expression. Blend shapes or shape keys included. Full face tracking. Gary's face tracking template are integrated. Face tracking. 4 weapons. Club, large club, or great club. Bow and arrow. Sword and dagger. Whew. 'Goblin encounter. VR chat avatars, VTubers / PCs. Making products is hard, guys. Why does it take so long? Why does it fucking take so long? But made some modules for the dungeon. I was looking at those. Those are super cool. Yeah, I think in this afternoon I'm going to be getting into Resonite, and we're going to build out some places really quick. So those modules will come in super handy. I think we will make a world to try to save all of those templates, all the modules, so we have like a library of assets just ready to go. I just wish things did not take as long as they do in general for most things. I don't disagree. One of the reasons I don't bother, at least I just throw stuff at people for free. There's no stress like that. Well, if you're willing to do it, I will make a Gumroad page for your mimics if you're up for it. Wanted to get on making roof modules and more different wall modules. Ooh, I need to make more. So what I'm thinking is that uh, what's interesting about Resonite Sky is Jack was telling me, Jack the Fox Otter was telling me that you can export stuff from Unity to Blender. So I think the general workflow is going to be to build really simple stuff or using like templates and modular, like placeholder assets. Gray boxing might be another word you're familiar with. But we can come in, make the whole world, and then we can just replace the meshes on templates as we go. So like, or we can bring it into Blender, redo it if like we made a bunch of rocks that are unoptimized, something like that. Anyway, super cool stuff. Wanted to get on making roof modules and more different wall modules, plus staircase encasement modules. They just need to be the right size. It's definitely a little tricky to get the sizing correct. If you think of sizes you want, I'm on it. Okay, heck yeah. Well, so everything to start with is just going to be 5 feet by 5 feet. So if you haven't already, you can actually go to your world here, these settings, and you can change your units. Or no, it's you can change the grid units to scale it. So 0.762 changes it from 2 meters to I think it was 2 meters or a single meter to scale, which is super nice. And then the one thing I've noticed that I need to change on my setup here is that when I make a column, I have to make sure that I put it in the corner. Otherwise it doesn't actually snap properly. Or I can't center it. Otherwise I can't center them properly. Anyway, fun stuff. Yeah, once we can just go in, make a super simple world, and then bring that world we make back into Blender. So I think that will be kind of the general workflow we go with. But I mean, wall height, wall origin on corners. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I'm just elaborating on what I've done here. And now we need to create some thumbnail images for our dudes, our little boyos here. What do we want to do? Like a pose where the ogre's like, ah, and then all the little goblins are like rushing by. Like, yeah, I think that'll go well. How tall is the ogre? Very tall. Almost just over about 3.1 meters tall. So that would be at least 4 5-foot tiles. Yeah, decent amount of space. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Yeah, we're gonna do a camera shot. Make a collection, camera, and make the camera. It'll be like right here, view, align, active camera to view. And how big are my Gumroad thumbnails? 1280 by 720. And made 15-foot walls, so that might be okay. That should be, yeah, that should work fine. We can always stack the walls. We can always just stack the walls again. Yeah, I think you don't necessarily need to build like full rooms because you can always just block it out with just a bunch of 5 foot by 5 foot squares. This. So I want cool world lighting. Maybe we'll have him like walking or something. He's got like his club scurrying around. Let's get the weapons in here too. This time I'll actually append the collection so I can move them separately. Goblin weapons, collection weapons. Sent you the blend file, but I want to keep working on it today and add stuff. Sounds good. Off to make dinner, be back in a bit. Sounds good. Sounds good, sounds good. Sounds triple good. Go to animation. Set this to action editor and remove that. Big boy. Total boomer alert, but that is. A boomer alert. That's my ringtone. What is? But what is? Like a salute smiley, just like O up, then arm you get O7. Yeah, so it's like a salute. Or it's like a hey or a salute. Oh, you're fine. Just learned this a couple days ago, actually. Now I'm going to spam it wherever I go. All right, something like that. And then I'll need a few more goblins. Just put you back here, actually. This is the one we'll duplicate. And let's make a little bit of rocks. I think we'll have like a cave entrance that they're coming out of. Something like this. Me smash small greens once. Hello, Kai. Welcome. And hello. Us guys saying hi. In the shadow of the cave, Easter egg, a goblin in this. Goblin these nuts. Should like hide T-posing one in the dark lol. I kind of do. He's just gonna be chilling there. He's my backup. He's my duplicate. And we'll make a landscape. Maybe not. Stand space working, just not eye tracking. That's why I'm mentioning it, because the bone names are different. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I meant to look at this morning. Totally forgot. So we'll take a look at that after lunch. Gen eyes not tracking. It's probably should be okay. I think that should be a pretty easy fix. Oh, my back. I'm just popping it all over the place. I will do like a green, maybe not green, like a dirt kind of color for the ground here. Something kind of sandy-ish with gray. And then here, these guys, gotta combine them. Then we'll slap a remesh on them. That's not that good. It's not that good. That looks more cave-like. Go to shading really quick. Let's adjust our image. That. I was hoping it would shield that space from ambient lighting, but it does not seem to be doing that. So, and I think we'll get some kind of way closer to the camera. There. Then make a duplicate again. Something right about there. All right. Then let's make a new collection. A new collection for lighting. And we'll put that here. We'll make a light, area light. Make it very bright. Make sure we have custom context shadows on. Really wish we had some better light linking. But I can just use custom distance in the meantime. The troll, yeah, I like an ogre kind of deal. Going more for an ogre, but they occupy like a very same space in fiction. Nice guy, I guess. Trolls can't go in sunlight. That's very true. Very true. They just spread misinformation on the internet. I have never known anyone ever to lie on the internet. Just don't believe that that can happen. All right, that looks pretty good. Trolls regenerate and need fire acid to kill them good, if I remember right. It's loading. It's loading. All right. Whoa. Gotta get rid of these little bags that are floating everywhere. I guess I can just actually delete them though. And bam. T-pose rage. So you know he's had enough. And we'll go over here. Take the weapons out. I'm quite happy though. Got my 100-watt battery pack and splitter for my whole body. Now I can face, track, dance, and be wireless. Oh, exciting! Fully free, free to move, free to dance. Kevin Bacon would be proud. Fully free to smack into a wall. I exercise my rights every day. Every day. finding some adjustments that need to be made. Oh no, those fingers are destroyed. All right, we got to go back and fix those. Oh no. Yeah. So to close it, pops on the front cameras. Actually, it has place-based cameras. Oh, interesting. I see. Like it can track the play space that you're in, like a Vision Pro or something. Having a carpet helps a ton. I got the big rug behind me. Oh yeah, something's way off with my fingers. Oh, I see. I see what happened. There. Still collapsing, but now they're at least rotating the right direction. No, I guess the local is still screwed up. Yeah, we got to go back and fix those. Yeah, we'll come back to that. For now, let's just get all the hands positioned. I think this light move higher and more towards the ogre. So with a shadow, these highlights aren't competing. We have this edge. Probably darken this area behind him if I can. And get the shadow from this big light to go like right here. Right. Right there. Custom stamped out our logo rug. Eventually, yeah. Using voxel heat diffuse skinning, just use the surface heat diffuse skinning for the fingers. That gives me excellent results for the fingers. I do not have that add-on yet. We're going to take this light, duplicate it, move it down, and we're going to cheat. We're going to give it negative power and set it to 0 saturation. Yeah, light's a negative value, dude. I'm always learning something new about this software. It's great. There's always more to learn. Always more. That's the fun part. Why is it capped? So it does make really gross bleed or some sort of subtractive value there, which I'm not a fan of. Gonna head off. Been struggling to sleep, so need a little nap. In case I don't see you later, have a nice rest of your day. Sounds good, Arctic. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get some good rest. We'll catch you later. Blacklight, JK, IDK. Oh, interesting. By bringing saturation into it, just kills it completely. All right. I don't think that's what I want to do there. It's just a little too dark. I'd rather take the world and just lower that strength and make up for it with other lights. I'm on Resonate now. Feel free to poke me when you get on. Gotcha. It will still be a little while. So right now I usually go on lunchtime. Whoa, look at that. Weird. What is that? Food, yes, food! Just the goblin. Just that goblin. It must be the subsurface scattering. They look good, though. They look good. Very expensive when it comes to food. I'm guessing you like sushi then. Have to have a steak every day. I don't believe you. Like a backup here. Let's actually make a folder called thumbnail underscore branding, and Blender file in here, which will be goblin branding 91. Save that there. Me, when I get a model stuff done, I have less steaks. The trick is eating only 3 to 8 steaks a day. Steak a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not quite sure if that's true, but I'd like to believe that. Hating the bear bad news, Sam doesn't even feed us, so it's everyone to themselves once he's off. Meatitarian. All right, I'm gonna go on probably a rather quick lunch. I'm gonna get some food in my tum-tum. Then we'll come back and jump in Resonate. We'll finish the rest of this thumbnail and branding imagery tomorrow. Yeah, time to eat. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Jack, I'll definitely be back in about an hour. We'll hop in, and I think I have a lot of questions for you, so hopefully I'll see you then. I know it's kind of an odd schedule for me, so don't stay up if it's late for you. Have a good one. I will let go. And yeah, everyone, when I get back from lunch, We're going to be building out a world in Resonite, or at least just in Resonite doing stuff. So feel free to join then. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye. See you in just a moment. For everyone that's new here, hit that follow.